Welcome dear students in our e-learning class. Myself Sheetal Dholi from Gokhale Education Society, HL High School, English Medium, Ozar Township. I am here for Standard 10 Mathematics Part 1. Students, in previous video I explained the meaning of quadratic equation, standard form of quadratic equation and roots of quadratic equation. I also explained practice set 2.1. Today I am going to explain methods of solving quadratic equation. First one, factorization method, second, completing square method, and third one, formula method. Let's discuss one by one. Solution of a quadratic equation by factorization, or we can call as a factorization method. When we solve the quadratic equation by factorization method, then first of all we have to write the equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Then we have to find the two linear factors of the left hand side of the equation. That means we have to find the product of the last term and sum of the middle term. After getting the linear factors, we have to equate each linear factor to 0 and then we have to write the root of the given equation. Now let's discuss one example. Students, I will take the first solved example. Here solved examples are given. So see the first solved example. Here it is mentioned, solve the following quadratic equation by factorization. See the example is there, m square minus 14m plus 13 equals to 0. Now already this quadratic equation is written in the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Already I told here, after writing this in the general form, we have to find the two linear factors. When we find the two linear factors, that time we have to take the product of the last term and sum of the middle term. That means we have to find the two numbers in such way that we'll get the product of 13 and we'll get their sum equals to minus 14. Now see, when we find the two numbers, that time we'll get the numbers minus 13 and minus 1. Okay, minus minus become plus, and minus minus their addition, we have to take the addition, and sum their sign is minus. So here we get the numbers minus 13m and minus 1m. So or simply m. So here we write that numbers, we just split the middle term. So we write m square minus 13m minus 1m plus 13 equals to 0. Then we have to make the two groups. In the first group is there m square minus 13m, second group is minus 1m plus 13. In that we have to take the common terms now. In first group m is common, so we take m as a common. In bracket m minus 13 minus 1 in bracket m minus 13 equals to 0. When you take the common terms, that time just keep in mind whatever the first bracket is there, the same bracket should be in second term also. So here again from this we get the one bracket as a common over there, that is minus m minus 13, and second is right in another bracket m minus 1 equals to 0. Now these two linear factors we have to equate with the 0. So m minus 13 equals to 0 or m minus 1 equals to 0. Now here minus 13 is there, when we are going to shift on right hand side it become plus, so we'll get m equals to 13. Similarly minus 1 is there, when we are shifting on right hand side we'll get plus, so m equals to 1. Therefore 13 and 1 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. In this way we find the factors of this given quadratic equation. So this method is called as a factorization method. Now we will discuss practice set 2.2. See the first example from the practice set 2.2. Solve the following quadratic equation by factorization. Equation is given x square minus 15x plus 54 equals to 0. This equation is already in the general form of quadratic equation. Now we have to find the two linear factors. That means here we have to find the product of the last term and the sum of the middle terms. Find two numbers in such way that their product should be 54 and their sum should be minus 15. Now here if we write the 54, now two numbers which two numbers are there in that table? 54 are coming. If we take that 6 9s are 54, and if we are taking, now you have 6 plus 6 and plus 9, that means their product also positive, that plus 54 is there. But when we are going to take the sum of these 6 plus 9, it is 15, but it should be minus 15. When we are taking 6 plus 9, it is plus 15. So we have to give the sign minus 6 and minus 9. Now minus minus become plus. So product should be plus 54 and their sum should be minus 15. So here we can just split the middle term. Therefore x square minus 6x minus 9x plus 54 equals to 0. Now we have to make the group of these two numbers and these two. So here x as a common, what is remaining? X minus 6 minus 9 is a common, then we get x minus 6 equals to 0. From these two we get one bracket is a common, that is x minus 6, and remaining terms we write in another bracket, x minus 9 equals to 0. Now these two linear factors we have to equate with 0. So what we get? X minus 6 equals to 0 or x minus 9 equals to 0. Therefore x equals to 6 or x equals to 9. So we can write there 9, 6 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Okay students, got it? How to find the factors of given quadratic equation. Let's discuss one more example. See the fourth example from practice set. 5m square equals to 22m plus 15. Now this equation first of all we have to write in general form. So we'll write 5m square minus 22m minus 15 equals to 0. Now if you observe this equation, here the coefficient of m is given 5. So when we find the product of last term, that means we have to take the product of 5 and 15. So here we can mention 5 into minus 15 equals to minus 75. So here the product of last term is minus 75 and sum of the middle term is nothing but minus 22. Now which two numbers are there? Those are having the product 75. That 25 3s are 25 3s are 75. Now here minus 75 is required. So we have to decide the sign, but that sign we have to decide with the middle term. Now middle term having the sign minus. So here when we are taking the subtraction of these two number, that time we have to give the sign of bigger number as a minus. So here minus 25 and plus 3 is there. Here plus minus become minus. So minus 25 into plus 3 equals to minus 75, and minus 25 plus 3, their sum is equals to minus 22. So here the two numbers are there, minus 25 and plus 3. So here we mention there 5m square minus 25m plus 3m minus 15 equals to 0. So here 5m equals to m minus 5. Here we can take the 5m as a common. 5m is a common, so m minus 5 is there, plus 3 as a common. So again we get the term m minus 5 equals to 0. Now m minus 5 is common in both the terms. So we can take m minus 5 as a common and remaining terms in another bracket. 5m plus 3 equals to 0. We have to equate these linear factors with 0. So m minus 5 equals to 0 or 5m plus 3 equals to 0. Therefore m equals to 5 or 5m equals to minus 3. So m equals to minus 3 upon 5. So 5 and minus 3 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Okay, got it everyone? Now one more activity I will take. See here activity is given in textbook. Root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equals to 0. To solve this quadratic equation by factorization, complete the following activity. Now see the solution. Here root 2 x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equals to 0. Already I told that one. Here again that x square having the coefficient root 2. So when we find the product of the last term, that time we have to take the product of this root 2 with 5 root 2. See here, root 2 into 5 root 2. So we'll get 5 into root 2 into root 2, that means root 2 square. Square would get cancelled. So 5 into 2 equals to 10. So the product of the last term is 10 and sum of the middle term is 7. We have to find the two numbers in such way that their product should be 10 and their sum should be 7. So here 5 2s are 10 and 5 plus 2 equals to 7. So here we have to write these factors. Root 2 x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 equals to 0. Now here from first two terms we have to take the x as a common. Then what is remaining? Root 2x plus 5. Because x we take common, so here only one x is remaining and here only 5 is remaining. So what we get when we are taking x as a common, we are getting root 2x plus 5 plus when we are take root 2 as a common, then we will get root 2x plus 5 equals to 0. Now here root 2, that means root 2 into root 2 will get the 2 again. Root 2 square, that means 2 only. So when we take root 2 as a common, we get root 2x plus 5 equals to 0. Now here one bracket is common, so we write this bracket root 2x plus 5. Root 2x plus 5 and another terms in another bracket, x plus root 2 equals to 0. So now here each term equals to 0, that means root 2x plus 5 equals to 0 and x plus root 2 equals to 0. When we equate with the x, we get here minus 5 upon root 2 or x equals to minus root 2. So here minus 5 upon root 2 and minus root 2 are the roots of the equation. Okay, got it all of you? Now in this way you can solve the remaining sums from the practice set 2.2. Solution of a quadratic equation by completing the square. Some quadratic equations cannot be solved by the factorization method. For example, see here x square plus 10x plus 2 equals to 0. We cannot find the factor of 2 whose sum is 10. In such a case, completing square method is used for solving the quadratic equation. Now let's discuss on the completing square method through the example. See the example from the practice set 2.3. Solve the following quadratic equation by completing the square method. Example is given x square plus x minus 20 equals to 0. Now here we have to use the completing square method. That means we have to find the third term which is a perfect square. Now if you observe in example, minus 20 is not a perfect square. So we have to convert that third term as a perfect square. So for that, instead of minus 20, we have to write there k and we have to equate this equation with x minus a bracket square. See here, see the solution. X square plus x plus k equals to x minus a bracket square. Here our original equation we give the number 1. Now we have to solve the right hand side of the equation. So what we get? X square plus x plus k equals to x square minus 2ax plus a square. Okay, now we have to compare these both sides. After comparing, we get x equals to minus 2ax and k equals to a square. Now here x get cancelled, so we get 1 equals to minus 2a. That means a equals to minus 1 upon 2. But here k equals to a square. So here instead of a, we can write the value of a, that is minus 1 upon 2. So here we get minus 1 upon 2 square. Therefore, k equals to 1 upon 4. Now we have to put the value of k in the equation 1. But when we write this value of k, that time we have to do the addition and subtraction. That means we have to add the term as well as we have to subtract the term. See here, after adding and subtracting the term, we get x square plus x plus 1 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4 minus 20 equals to 0. When we adding and subtracting the term, that means it is cancelled to each other and our original equation is as it is only. Now here we have to make the group of this. So we get x square plus x plus 1 upon 4 minus 1 upon 4 plus 20 equals to 0. When we take minus as a outside the bracket, inside the bracket sign is changed. Now after shifting the terms, we get x square plus x plus 1 upon 4 equals to, when we shift the bracket on right hand side, now here minus is there, after shifting it become plus. So 1 upon 4 plus 20. Now if you observe the left hand side of the equation, then it is a perfect square of x plus 1 upon 2 bracket square. And here after equalizing the denominator of right hand side, we get 1 plus 80 upon 4. So x plus 1 upon 2 bracket square equals to 81 upon 4. Now 81 and 4, these both are the perfect square. Square root of 81 is 9 and square root of 4 is 2. So here on both sides, if you observe the left hand side, it is also square, right hand side also the square. So we are taking the square root of these terms. After taking the square root, we'll get x plus 1 upon 2 equals to plus minus 9 upon 2. Taking square root on both sides. Therefore, x equals to minus 1 upon 2 plus minus 9 upon 2. Therefore, x equals to minus 1 upon 2 plus 9 upon 2, or x equals to minus 1 upon 2 minus 9 upon 2. Therefore, x equals to, now your denominators are the same, so we directly add the numerators. Minus 1 plus 9 upon 2, or x equals to minus 1 minus 9 upon 2. That means x equals to 8 upon 2 equals to 4. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. Or x equals to minus 1 minus 9 means minus 10 upon 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10. So x equals to minus 5. In this way we are getting the solution 4 and minus 5. So we can say that 4 and minus 5 are the roots of given quadratic equation. Okay, got it? Now one more sum I will take. I will explain the fourth example. See that 9y square minus 12y plus 2 equals to 0. This is our given equation. Now here first term having the coefficient 9. So we have to remove that 9. Remove that means we have to divide the whole equation by 9. After dividing the whole equation by 9, we get y square minus 12 upon 9y plus 2 upon 9 equals to 0. Here 12 upon 9, these are the reducible terms, so we can reduce it. So we get minus 4 upon 3. So the our equation is y square minus 4 upon 3y plus 2 upon 9 equals to 0. We give the number 1. Now here instead of the last term 2 plus 2 upon 9, we have to use the k, and we have to equate this equation with y minus a square. So here y square minus 4 upon 3y plus k equals to y minus a bracket square. So here y square minus 4 upon 3y plus k equals to, after splitting this, y square minus 2ay plus a square. Now here comparing the equations, we get minus 4 upon 3y equals to minus 2ay and k equals to a square. Here y get cancelled, minus minus get cancelled. We get 4 upon 3 equals to 2a. That means a equals to 4 upon 3 into 2. Here this 2 is multiplied. After shifting it become divide. So a equals to 2 upon 3. And k is nothing but a square. So here 2 upon 3 square. So k equals to 4 upon 9. Now this 4 upon 9 we have to plus and minus in equation 1. So equation 1 become y square minus 4 upon 3y plus 4 upon 9 minus 4 upon 9 plus 2 upon 9 equals to 0. That means y square minus 4 upon 3y plus 4 upon 9 minus, we equate this last two term, minus sign is outside the bracket, so inside sign is changed. So 4 minus 2 upon 9. Here whole term when we are going to shift on right hand side, so it become plus, that is 4 minus 2 upon 9. So here we get left hand side is nothing but the square of y minus 2 upon 3 equals to 2 upon 9. So here in both sides we are getting the perfect square over there. Now here 2 is not perfect square, but when we are going to take the square root, we will get the square root is root 2. So here y minus 2 upon 3 equals to plus minus root 2 upon 3, taking the square root on both sides. So here y equals to, shift the term minus 2 upon 3 on right hand side, so it become plus 2 upon 3 plus minus root 2 upon 3. So y equals to 2 upon 3 plus root 2 upon 3, or y equals to 2 upon 3 minus root 2 upon 3. So it is equals to 2 plus root 2 upon 3 or 2 minus root 2 upon 3. Therefore 2 plus root 2 upon 3 and 2 minus root 2 upon 3 are the roots of given quadratic equation. Okay, now in this way, by using this completing square method, you will solve the practice set 2.3. In next video, I will take the next method to solve the quadratic equation. Thank you.